What's up, guys? Welcome once again to the Save Continue Newscast. My name is Ryan Robinson. That there's Tom Shelby.
Hello.
That's Shanae Howard.
Hi.
Every week we get together with news stories that we thought were interesting and wanted to share with you guys. This week we're talking about news from the week of December 3rd through December 9th, 2017. Pretty much the announcements that have monopolized the news cycle this week.
Yes.
A lot's been going on between the Game Awards. The Game Awards is pretty much where a lot of that stuff came out, right?
Yeah, well, PlayStation Experience was not the same as they usually do. They didn't have a keynote this year.
There's a lot of
there was still a couple of announcements, but nothing major.
Yeah. You say the Game Awards was the more entertaining show?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good show this year. A lot of announcements this year. I don't think anyone was expecting to see the kind of announcements we saw. You know.
Let's run those down.
You want to do PSX first or Game Awards first?
Let's do PSX first.
Okay, since it's not as much.
Yeah.
Okay, Firewall 0 Hour. It's a first-person tactical shooter.
Looks cool.
VR looks very much like Rainbow Six Siege. Game looks cool, but man, the video they had for it was awful.
Yeah, that wasn't a great way to show that game off.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any of the PSX, so tell me about this video.
I mean, it's just showing gameplay,
why
but
is it bad?
because VR gameplay doesn't show well.
No.
You
I remember Vive. I think it was Vive. That was the video we were watching, where they actually a pretty decent way to show off VR was to show somebody playing it, like while the people around them reacted to it. That seemed to be a better way to show it off.
They also showed off The Last Guardian VR, which actually showed a lot better.
Also, The Last Guardian looks pretty.
Yeah. And then Wipeout the Omega Collection is getting a VR mode.
That looks really cool.
Yeah, I think anything in a cockpit works well.
Yeah.
So.
Also, Wipeout. Oh, yeah.
What's the matter?
I was thinking of the other Wipeout.
You talking about the TV show?
Yeah. And there was a bunch of Wii games for it, and then I realized we're talking about Wipeout the racing one.
Yeah. And then Medieval Remastered.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
So I never really played the original, but I do have a couple of friends that are psyched for it.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
I haven't played Medieval since the PSP port of the original game.
Okay, let's get into the Game Awards announcements. We're not going to talk about the award winners like we did last year. We're just going to run through the announcements.
Wait, just talk about Game of the Year?
Rattle them off.
What was Game of the Year?
Breath
Zelda.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. World War Z. So I don't know if you guys like World War Z, but that's
I like that book.
Sure.
Didn't care for the movie so much.
This looks.
You're not alone in the thoughts.
There was actually a few games announced here that looked very similar to the Days Gone swarm of zombies, and that's one of them.
Freakers.
Yeah.
Freakers.
From the Job Simulator guys, Vacation Simulator.
Yes.
So that was cool.
Delightfully silly.
Yeah. From Software. This was in the pre-show. Showed a very short little clip.
Gave a little tease.
And the only text we got was Shadows Die Twice. We don't know if that's a title for a game or if it's just a hint at something. What do you think, Ryan? You're a big From Software guy. What do you think? They're rumored to be working on 3 games right now.
One of my I'm a member of a few like Dark Souls and Bloodborne groups, and a lot of pretty much everybody's saying that was probably Bloodborne 2.
You think so? Because
if
you dissect that little frame that they have, right?
I don't think so.
You see a lot of what points to a more Japanese-inspired game.
Yeah.
Obviously, the writing in the background is not Japanese.
Sure.
It's been confirmed to be a made-up language.
Yeah.
But
I don't think Bloodborne 2.
Yeah.
I think something in that vein, though.
Yeah. Campo Santo, in the Valley of Gods. What do you think about that?
I didn't get to look at any of that.
So it does very much look like another FPI game, with like maybe an Egyptian setting, very like 1920s feel to it. It's 2 women and they're filming things. It looks pretty neat.
What else is Campo Santos done?
Firewatch.
Firewatch. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember. I was like, I know. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Soul Calibur 6.
Oh man, I'm so fucking pumped.
I really like the way they announced it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that game, man. I haven't played a new Soul Calibur. I think the last Soul Calibur that I got really into was 5.
Makes sense.
And like,
It's been a long time
was
since Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Was that the one with the Tower of Fate or whatever?
I feel like
What was that for?
no, I feel like I might be misremembering, but I feel like that was a running thing in all of them.
I feel like it was different than that.
But
oh yeah,
I got really into Soul Calibur 5. Soul Calibur 4 actually really had me though, because of I liked playing as Darth Vader and
Yeah.
all lightsabers and stuff.
A lot of people seem surprised that this is an Unreal 4, and I don't quite understand why.
I don't see why.
Tekken is an Unreal 4,
Yeah,
but it looks great.
yeah. I'm really excited to play that game.
Yeah, I played a lot as Christine, the
Yeah.
Dracula's daughter.
Blue.
The little rapier.
Bayonetta 2 coming over to Switch, not surprising.
No.
With the inclusion of 1, also not very surprising.
Tom says $60.
What's interesting is that, Platinum recently with Sega released the first Bayonetta on PC.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people were speculating, hey, is Bayonetta 2 ever going to come to anything else but the Wii U?
Yeah.
Turns out it is, but to the next Nintendo platform. Nintendo helped fund that game, so it's not surprising.
Makes sense.
Bayonetta 3 announced Switch exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna make it the new Skyrim.
Yeah. Witchfire was probably my favorite trailer.
Tell me about Witchfire, Tom.
So Witchfire starts off looking very much like an FPI, little splash from the creators of The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks gorgeous, but you're like, okay, I know what kind of game this is going to be. And then he pulls out a gun.
Oh shit.
And it says, but also the creators of Painkiller and...
Oh wow.
Also the creators of Painkiller and Bulletstorm.
Cool.
Yeah, so like it was totally a gotcha moment. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And it looks fucking phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There were a couple of other games announced, nothing too major. PUBG showed off their desert map.
It looks neat.
It does look neat. And Champion's Ballad was shadow dropped. So.
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed
What was the game the Payday guys are doing?
GTFO.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah,
Terrible name, but it looks cool.
sure. Can't be worse than BM Triple X.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah, I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about a lot of the stuff they showed. Hey, so what did you think about that Death Stranding video?
Oh, I thought it was neat. So
Yeah.
they showed the video, and then I guess during PSX, someone from Sony talked about like it's playable. They've played it,
Yeah.
and at least the first 5 hours of the game are playable
Mm-hmm.
because the quote is like, "You will understand that trailer about 4 or 5 hours in."
Yeah.
So that tells me a good amount of that game is done.
Yeah.
I think it's farther along than anybody expected it to be.
Yeah. Side note, didn't that Detroit segment was not fun.
Oh,
You know what?
Did you see about the Detroit? Oh, the Detroit being like in the news about
Yeah.
people freaking out about the scenes and content in it.
Yeah, I mean, that's all the way from Paris Games Week.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But like the Detroit thing I thought was fine. I thought it was because like it was a different show, right? They told us weeks ago there'd be no keynote or anything like that. They're obviously trying to save their shit for E3, and I think Sony's quickly learning that they can't do this many conferences a year
Yeah.
and have exciting things to announce at all of them.
Yeah.
But I thought the Detroit thing was fine. It was very similar to the Until Dawn thing they did a couple years back.
Sure.
The problem is it's the Connor demo, which we've seen I don't know how many times now.
That was what we saw at That was what we saw at PSX
right.
a couple of years ago.
That demo has been at literally 6 or 7 shows.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that is what made it boring to me.
Yeah.
But
all in all, a lot of games coming out, a lot of stuff to be excited about.
what are you most excited for?
Like what?
Of the stuff we just learned about, what are you most excited for? I think Witchfire, man.
Witchfire is very intriguing, and also I gotta say, that and Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that.
I really want to play Death Stranding.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I think Death Stranding is even though it looks farther along, I don't think that's coming out till 2019 at the earliest.
Yeah.
I'm still hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Sinead? What are you most excited for? This coming out in the next couple of years.
Oh, I said Death Stranding.
Yeah.
I'll play Soul Calibur with you.
Hell
You'll
yeah.
have somebody that's gonna be worse at fighting games than you to play against.
You say that, but we played Killer Instinct that one time, and you beat me, which really upset me.
I was also
Think about it.
I was also partially button mashing because I didn't really know what to do.
Cool. So, so that's the news this week, guys. If you have any stories or anything that you want to pass along to us, you can email us at savecontinuepodcast@gmail.com. Also, hit us up on our Facebook at Save Continue Podcast.
Join our Discord.
We have a Discord.
In the description.
It'll be in the description. Just click on it. You can come and hang out with us and talk to us whenever you want. My name's Ryan Robinson. That's Tom Shelby.
Goodbye.
Sinead Howard.
Bye, guys.
See you next week.